Have you ever met someone who speaks so clearly, so confidently, that every word feels powerful? It's not magic, it's skill. Speaking smartly isn't about using big words or sounding fancy. It's about making your words count. The way you speak can open doors, attract respect, and make people believe in your vision. Every time you speak, you reveal who you are. Your voice tells the world if you're confident, thoughtful, or unsure. Smart speakers know this secret. They speak with purpose. They pause, they choose their words carefully, and they make people listen. That's how leaders, influencers, and successful people win hearts and minds through the power of communication. In this video, you'll learn how to speak smartly, how to think before you talk, how to sound confident, how to make your words clear, and how to leave a lasting impression wherever you go. Because when you master your voice, you master your world. So, are you ready to speak in a way that turns heads and inspires others? Let's begin. Your voice has more power than you think. Part 1. Think before you speak. Smart speaking doesn't start with your mouth, it starts with your mind. The smartest speakers in the world don't rush to talk. They pause, process, and then speak with purpose. That pause isn't weakness, it's power. Because when you think before you speak, your words carry clarity, strength, and confidence. Most people talk to fill silence, but smart people, they use silence as a tool. They take a moment to breathe, to understand what's being said, and to choose words that hit with impact. One well thought out sentence can be more powerful than 1,000 careless ones. That's what separates leaders from talkers, influencers from noisemakers. Think of every word you speak as a seed. Some words grow trust, inspiration, and respect. Others create confusion, anger, or regret. The moment before you speak is your chance to decide what kind of seed you want to plant. When you slow down and think, you don't just speak, you communicate with purpose. So, the next time someone challenges you, don't react immediately. Breathe, listen, reflect, then speak calmly and intelligently. People will notice your composure, your control, your intelligence. That pause, that thoughtful silence makes you look powerful and emotionally mature. Remember, the smartest speakers aren't the loudest ones. They're the ones who choose their words like diamonds, rare, valuable, and unforgettable. Thinking before you speak helps you express not just what's on your mind, but what's in your heart with precision and strength. Before you say anything, ask yourself, will these words help, inspire, or harm? That simple thought can transform how people see you. Speak less, but speak with meaning. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, the one who speaks with thought wins attention, respect, and influence. So, train yourself to pause before you speak. Because when you control your words, you control the room. And when you control the room, you control your destiny. Part 2. Simplicity is power. Here's a truth most people don't realize. The smartest speakers sound simple. They don't try to confuse you with big, fancy words. They speak in a way that makes everyone understand, relate, and remember. Because true intelligence isn't about sounding complicated, it's about making complex things sound simple. Think about your favorite speakers, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, or even your favorite teacher. They all have one thing in common: clarity. When they talk, you don't need to guess what they mean. You feel it. You understand it instantly. That's the magic of simplicity. When you try too hard to impress, you lose connection. People stop listening. But when you speak simply, people lean in. They connect with your words. They see your confidence. Simplicity shows you know your message so well, you don't need to hide it behind difficult words. Let's be real. The goal of speaking smartly is not to sound superior, but to sound strong. And strong communication means clear communication. If your message can reach a child and still inspire an adult, that's when you've mastered simplicity. Here's a tip. Before you speak, ask yourself, can I say this in a simpler way? Replace utilize with use. Endeavor with try. Assistance with help. Your words become lighter, sharper, and more human. The world already has too much noise. Be the voice that people understand and remember. Simplicity also builds trust. When people understand you, they believe you. When they believe you, they follow you. Every successful leader knows that simple words create powerful emotions. That's why some of the world's most famous speeches, I have a dream, yes we can just do it, are made of short, simple words that change the world. So, speak like that. Be clear. Be direct. Be real. Because smart speaking isn't about showing off your vocabulary, it's about making your message unforgettable. Remember, when your words are simple, your impact is strong. The smartest voice in the room isn't the one that sounds complex, it's the one that everyone understands. Part 3. Tone and body language. Your words matter, but your tone and body language tell the real story. You can say the same sentence in two different ways. One inspires, the other offends. That's why smart speakers don't just focus on what they say. They master how they say it. Your tone is like music. It can be calm like a river, firm like a leader, or warm like a friend. People might forget your exact words, but they'll never forget how your voice made them feel. A confident tone builds trust instantly, while a nervous or harsh tone can push people away even when your message is good. And then comes body language, the silent communicator. Your posture, gestures, and eye contact speak before your mouth does. Stand tall, shoulders back, head high, that's how confidence looks. When you speak, let your hands move naturally to emphasize key points. Too many movements show anxiety. Too little shows stiffness. Balance is key. Eye contact is your superpower. When you look someone in the eyes while speaking, you're not just talking, you're connecting. It shows sincerity and strength. But don't stare. Make it natural, as if your eyes are saying, I see you, I respect you. Here's something powerful. Your body affects your mind. Try smiling before you speak. It relaxes your tone and makes your voice warmer. Take deep breaths to steady your rhythm. The more control you have over your tone and posture, the more control you'll have over the room. Think of your words as arrows and your tone and body as the bow. Without the right control, even sharp words miss the target. But when your tone and body language align with your message, your words hit deep. So, before your next conversation or presentation, don't just prepare your speech, prepare your presence. Let your voice carry confidence. Your eyes carry truth and your body carry purpose. Because smart speaking isn't just heard, it's felt. And when people feel your presence, they'll never forget your message. Part 4. Listen, like a leader. Most people think speaking smartly means talking more, but the truth is, smart speakers are also smart listeners. They don't just wait for their turn to speak. They listen to understand, not to reply. That's what separates ordinary communicators from powerful leaders. When you truly listen, you see things others miss. You catch emotions behind words, notice tone changes, and sense what's left unsaid. Listening gives you knowledge, and knowledge gives you influence. The best communicators aren't the loudest, they're the most observant. Think of great leaders, they make people feel heard. When someone talks to them, they give full attention, not half-hearted replies while scrolling on their phones. They nod, they pause, they respond thoughtfully. That's why people trust them. Listening shows respect, and respect builds connection. Here's something powerful. When you listen deeply, your response becomes smarter, because now you're not reacting. You're responding with awareness. You understand what the other person truly means, and you choose your words with precision. That's emotional intelligence in action. In every conversation, there's a hidden opportunity to connect, to inspire, or to solve a problem. But you'll only see it if you're listening. Silence can be your greatest weapon. In silence, you gather power. You learn more about people. You make them feel valued, and when people feel heard, they'll listen when you speak. Try this in your next conversation. Stop interrupting. Maintain eye contact. Nod to show understanding. Repeat keywords to confirm meaning. These small actions turn you from a talker into a leader. Remember, listening doesn't make you quiet. It makes you wise. The smartest communicators know that the one who listens controls the conversation because they control understanding. So if you want to speak smartly, learn to listen deeply. Don't just hear words, feel the message. Every great speaker was once a great listener, because only when you truly listen can you speak words that matter. Part 5. Choose your words wisely. Your words are your power. They can build a bridge or burn it down. They can lift someone up or tear them apart. That's why smart people treat words like currency. They spend them carefully. Every sentence you speak has value, so choose your words like a master craftsman, not a careless talker. Have you ever said something in anger and regretted it later? That's the cost of speaking without thinking. Smart speakers know that words once spoken can't be taken back. They pause, they filter, and they select words that create peace, not problems. You don't need to speak more, you need to speak better. Here's a simple truth. Powerful people don't waste words. They speak with purpose. Each phrase they use has weight. They avoid gossip, negativity, and filler talk. You'll never hear a true leader say, They speak clearly, confidently, and consciously. Your words also shape your reality. When you say, I can't, your mind believes it. When you say, I will, your spirit rises. The language you use programs your mindset. Speak strength, and you become strong. Speak doubt, and you become weak. That's how much power words hold. Smart communication means replacing complaints with solutions, replacing criticism with encouragement, replacing excuses with action. Use words that heal, motivate, and empower, because people remember how your words made them feel. Here's a challenge. For one day, be mindful of every word you say. Notice when you complain, when you brag, when you speak without purpose. then change it. Speak with clarity. Speak with kindness. Speak with strength. Remember this. Your words are your reflection. The way you speak shows the world who you are. Every conversation is a chance to leave an impression. Make sure it's a good one. Speak less, but make every word count. Speak softly, but let your message roar. Because when your words carry purpose, people don't just hear them. They believe them. Part 6. Confidence through practice. No one is born a great speaker, they become one. Every confident voice you admire today was once nervous, shaky, and unsure. The difference between you and them isn't talent, it's practice. Confidence isn't built in silence, it's built through repetition, experience, and courage. Every time you speak, whether it's a presentation, a meeting, or a simple conversation, you're training your voice to be stronger. But here's the secret. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start speaking confidently. That moment doesn't exist. The perfect time is now. Practice doesn't make you robotic, it makes you ready. Record yourself talking about your day. Listen to your tone, your pace, your words. Notice what feels powerful and what feels weak. Adjust, improve, repeat. That's how mastery happens step by step, day by day. Remember, even great speakers like Tony Robbins or Barack Obama didn't start out flawless. They practiced relentlessly. They stumbled, learned, and grew until speaking confidently became second nature. The more you speak, the less you fear. The less you fear, the more power your voice holds. And here's the truth. People don't follow the loudest voice. They follow the most certain one. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's clarity. It's the belief that your words matter. When you believe in your message, others will too. If you fear speaking, that's okay. Fear is normal, but don't let it silence you. Let it fuel you. Every mistake you make while speaking is one step closer to perfection. The only real mistake is never trying. So, speak up. Practice often. Record, rehearse, reflect. Each time you use your voice, you polish your presence. Because the more you speak, the more your confidence grows, not by accident, but by effort. Your voice is your instrument. Tune it through practice. Because when you master your confidence, you won't just speak smartly, you'll speak powerfully. Speaking smartly isn't about showing off. It's not about impressing people with fancy words or complicated sentences. It's about expressing yourself clearly, confidently, and with purpose. Every time you speak, you leave an impression, a mark that can inspire, influence, and change the way people see you. And the truth is, the power of your words goes far beyond conversation. It shapes your life. Think about it. How often have you had an idea, a vision, or a feeling, only for it to get lost because you couldn't express it the right way? Words have the power to open doors, but only if they are delivered thoughtfully. That's why thinking before you speak, choosing simplicity, mastering your tone, listening deeply, selecting your words wisely, and practicing confidence are not optional. They are essential. They are the tools that turn ordinary speech into extraordinary influence. When you speak smartly, you command respect without demanding it. You make people listen because your words carry weight, honesty, and clarity. Your voice becomes more than just sound. It becomes a reflection of your intelligence, your preparation, and your character. The way you communicate determines the way others perceive you. And ultimately, it affects the opportunities, relationships, and impact you create in your life. But remember, speaking smartly is not just about strategy, it's about authenticity. People connect with truth, not pretense. Speak with honesty, speak with intention, and speak with emotion. Your words are powerful when they are real. Your voice becomes unforgettable when it resonates with both heart and mind. The path to speaking smartly is a journey, not a destination. Start by listening more, thinking more, and practicing more. Embrace mistakes as lessons, pauses as power, and simplicity as strength. Over time, your words will flow naturally, carrying influence without effort, inspiring others and creating opportunities you never imagined. Every conversation is a chance to make an impact. Every word you choose is a choice to build or break, to encourage or discourage, to connect or divide. So choose wisely. Speak with courage, speak with clarity, speak with purpose. Imagine walking into a room and people listen, not because they have to, but because they want to. Imagine your words inspiring action, your tone commanding attention, and your presence leaving a lasting impression. That is the power of speaking smartly. That is the power that belongs to you. So, take control of your voice. Train it, sharpen it, and own it. Your words are more than letters and sounds. They are your influence, your impact, and your legacy. Speak smartly, and you won't just communicate. You will transform your life, inspire others, and leave a mark that will be remembered long after your words have been spoken. Your voice is your tool. Your words are your power. Use them wisely. The world is waiting to listen.